Namaste and Happy Christmas. This is the time of year we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, who was one of the masters of our path of self-realization. Jesus came as an avatar, born in humble circumstances, with a new message for the people of his age. He brought a path of love and compassion, and he advised us in the Bible to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy mind, all thy soul, and all thy strength. And a second commandment, love thy neighbor as thyself. His was a path also, we must remember, of inward awakening. You could say that that birth of Christ, of Jesus in the manger, represents also the birth of the Christ consciousness within each one of us. He came with a message for each of us to reach up to our own highest potential. And so, yes, this time of year is a time for sharing, for joy, for being with our family, for giving of gifts, and for expanding that love that we feel for our close family out to embrace all. But remember also, this is the time of year when we must be able to dive deep within ourselves to awaken that divine potential within each one of us. So Christmas, let it be a remembrance of the awakening of that Christ consciousness within each one of ourselves, and let it be a celebration of that awakening as we feel the presence of Christ in our heart, and also in the spirit of Christmas, sharing that message of love with all whom we meet. God bless you, and happy Christmas.
Namaste. Happy Christmas to everyone. This is an important time of year to realize and remember about the birth of Christ, what it really means, what it means to us, why he was born. It wasn't just for his life, but it was for our life, so that we too could uplift the Christ consciousness or the Krishna consciousness within ourselves and realize the divinity within. Paramahansa Yogananda Ji divided Christmas into two parts, the spiritual Christmas and the social Christmas. In the spiritual Christmas he initiated an 8-hour Christmas meditation in 1931. And ever since then, devotees of this path have been participating in those meditations. And for almost 50 years, people at Ananda go to these meditations every year. And that's a time when we can meditate, we can feel the Spirit of Christ, and we can realize that that Spirit is within us. There's a beautiful story of Swamiji where he came to Master, and he was in a particular play or tableau about the life of Christ. Afterwards, Master said to him, "Well, I hear you played the part well." And Swamiji said, "Master, I don't want to just play the part, I want to become like Christ." And Master said, "That will come." And that's the real spirit and meaning behind Christmas, is to uplift ourselves, to be able to attune to that Christ consciousness within us. There's a very beautiful story about Dr. Lewis, Master's first disciple in America. He came to Master and he had read in the Bible where it says, "If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled with light." So he went to Master and he said, "I've read this and I don't understand it, sir. Do you know what this means?" And Master said, "I think so." And he said, "Have you seen the light he's talking about?" And he said, "I think so." And he said, "Well, can you show me?" And Master said, "I think so." And Master had Dr. Lewis seated cross-legged on the floor, and Yoganandaji brought his forehead to Doctor's forehead, and he showed him the light of the spiritual eye. And Dr. Lewis said after that, "It never left me. This is the light, this is the star that the wise men followed to find the Christ consciousness within and the Christ that was born." And Master said that those wise men were our own gurus, Babaji, Lahiri Mahashaya, and Swami Sri Teswarji. At this Christmas, let us meditate on that light and on that star to follow the Christ and to find it within. God bless you, and happy Christmas.